Today's video is brought to you by eWin Racing, the best source for gaming chairs and desks for those long gaming sessions. We have a playlist of our eWin chair and desk videos linked in the video description below. Save 30% off of everything using the discount code TechDeals. More details at the end of the video. If you could somehow snap your fingers and buy 100 3060 Ti's, you could quit your job and mine. And in fact, let's talk about that, because that is economically the smartest card to buy. The problem is they're currently $800, but they kind of almost make sense, but it's marginal because you need the rigs and the computers and the power and everything else. Sure. If I bring this back up, do you see that our 3060 Ti is currently making $4.30? We'll get to the super chat in a second. Get to $4.37. Let's say after power, it's about $4 a day.
$4. That's a lot of $4.
If you had 100 of them, this one. If you had $4 a day, and if you had 100 of those cards, you'd be making $400 a day. And it's not very hard for somebody to type in a calculator. That's $146,000 a year. I am willing to bet at least one person currently watching would say, I can make $146,000 a year? That's more than I make.
It would be high risk.
Why am I not doing that?
Well, you've got to have the money to buy 100.
At the current price of about $800 per card, 100 of those is $80,000. Do you have $80,000? Now, there are people out there who do, and those people are probably buying them, which is why they're all being bought on eBay. But see, you have to put those computers into something. Now, let's follow this logic for a minute so you understand what's really involved. You need motherboards,
power supplies,
rigs. So let's say that you put 12 cards per mining rig. I could pull them all up, but we actually looked them up last night preparing for this live stream. I will just help you out here. You'll need two 1,000 watt power supplies. We showed you the platinum earlier. You're going to want platinum because...
So $400.
Well, 220.
220.
Times all these numbers, it matters.
It does. 100
graphics cards divided by 12, and you're going to need 9 mining rigs. Well, 8.3. That doesn't really divide very well. So you're going to need, what's 8 times 12? We're going to do 96 cards.
Okay.
96 cards times 4 times 365. So we want to earn $140,000 a year. Because, damn, that sounds like a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I'll be honest with you. At 100, if I could somehow snap my fingers and earn $146,000, I might go drink a fruity drink with an umbrella on a beach. I'd live very comfortably on that. I wouldn't have to work. Unfortunately, I'm not in that position. So, 96 cards times 800 each is 76,000. I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to open up a second calculator so we can do numbers, and we'll add to this as we go. You need 8 mining rigs.
Correct.
So let's add up the cost to build one mining rig and then multiply times 8.
Correct.
You need $440 worth of power supplies because you're going to need two 1,000 watt power supplies to drive 12. Well, they're going to pull 120 watts each. What's 120 times 12? Yeah, with losses and efficiencies and everything else. Okay, so you'll need $440 of the power supplies.
Correct.
You'll need $150 for the motherboard because the 12 slot boards are going for that's the cheapest you're going to get them on eBay right now. And you're going to need 8 of them.
Correct.
And you're going to need 8 new ones. You're not playing around. If you're building 8 of something, what you need is everything to be identical. You want 8 of the same motherboard, 8 of the same power supply, 8 of the same.
It's easy to do.
If you go with different boards, different RAM, different CPUs, different, oh my God,
so
no.
How much RAM are you going to need?
Well, now, thankfully, the RAM and CPU is utterly trivial because a Pentium dual core is all you need and 8 gigs of RAM is all that you need.
Okay.
And so we're just going to say those are $30. You're going to need the mining frame.
The actual frame.
a good 12 GPU mining frame with fans.
With fans, because some of them don't come with fans, even though they show you there's fans. So double check that.
Let's say that you're going to spend $250 on that. Maybe you get it for a bit less. Maybe if you're buying 8, you can negotiate it. But let's say $250. Now you're going to need the PCI Express risers.
The risers.
6 of those, they're not expensive, but 6 of them are about $25. So 12 of them, $50.
It's about $1,000.
Now on top of this, you'll need to spend $5 or $6 on a cooler for the CPU. You'll need an SSD or a USB thumb drive. Let's say, and you'll need some splitters. You'll have to split the PCI Express power cables. Let's just add another $30 of miscellaneous crap. It'll cost you about $950 to build each rig, times 8. So that's another $7,000. Now you might say, well, if you're going to spend $76,800 on the graphics cards,
10%.
Yeah, it's about 10%. So now you're at $84,400. Now, 120 watts per card times 96 cards is 11,520 watts. Here's the funny thing. Most homes in America that are recent have 200 amp service. There are homes with 100 amp service. There are homes with weird, crappy power delivery. But if your home is within the past 30 years and it was built in a suburb and it's a decent standalone single-family home, you probably have 200 amp service. Every 15 amps gives you 1,800 watts. Plenty, 24,000 watts. We need 11,520 watts. But I would like to point out that if you plan to live in the home that runs these, maybe you're going to build them in the garage, maybe you're going to fit out the attic with a bunch of ventilation, your heating and air conditioning,
yes,
your dishwasher, your fridge, your TVs, your other stuff,
washing machine,
your lights,
dryer,
your washing machines,
freezer, yep.
You could possibly overrun the 24,000 watts if everything else is turned on.
You know the houses that are mining, they blink.
Well,
They go beep.
I have a solution. For not crazy money, you can have your power company install a second meter. You can, for a couple $1,000s, have a second, what do you call the thing in the garage?
Electricity panel.
The power panel.
The panel.
And you can have a second 200 amp service put in for just this.
$2,000, you said?
No, I said a couple of grand.
A couple.
Electrician, wiring,
3?
the cost of the pan. No.
A couple of grand is
let's call it $5,000.
Okay, we'll add $5,000.
Because that removes all concerns of your existing service, and it also means if you have an old house, old wiring, you have old issues, maybe you only have 100 amp service, that basically spend $5,000. There'll be a charge to the power company, there'll be charged to an electrician to wire it all up, but you could build all of this out in a garage, and 8 mining frames do not take over a house. It's 8 tabletops. You could put that in your garage. And especially if you put it in your garage, if your garage is ventilated enough and you put the power service on the wall, you don't have to run cable. The new power service only has to run 10 feet.
Yeah, you can put it up on the wall.
So you're looking at about $90,000 of upfront investment, assuming you can find 100 3060 Ti's for $800 a piece, or 96 of them. But that is a $90,000 investment to potentially make $140,000 in a year. On the surface, that sounds like an amazing investment. If it was guaranteed,
Yeah, guaranteed.
I would be calling my parents and asking them for $90,000, telling them it's a surefire bet. I'm not, because it's not.
Exactly.
That's the problem. What if the bottom falls out from underneath it? What if there's surprises? What if you have a hardware failure?
Yep.
You've got to make sure that you've got
you
and
need
what you
extra of everything, so you really need
And
to
you-
add another.
And you probably wouldn't want to try to battery back that up. What you would do is you would have the electrician for a couple $100, put you get what's called a whole home surge protector put on the actual panel.
Correct.
So right on the electrical panel, you would have a big, heavy-duty surge protection to protect it. So it's doable. But what if the mining difficulty changes? What if the price drops? What if you only earn 70 grand instead of 140? Mm-hmm. What if regulations change? You don't know. That is a really serious investment for you might. Now, here's the flip side.
Maybe.
That's what it earns the first year. If nothing changed, it's paid for. No, that's not true. Because we're counting for the power in there.
It is risky.
In the second year, if you can earn another 140,000, this is this is where you're in the big bucks. This is what we call
depends how big your kahunas are.
A really big commitment. And just like other cards, the 3060 Ti's will not be the epic mining card that they are today forever. Correct. They will get replaced by something else. It used to be RX 570s were the best mining card, and then something else was the best mining card. I mean, it keeps changing.
It does keep changing.
And so at some point, those cards won't be the best mining card, and you'll have to replace them all. Will you earn enough to pay for the cards and to make money and to take on the risk before the cards become yesterday's news? And if those cards have 2 years of mining on them, you are going to have fan failures. You're going to need some spare fans. You're going to have to learn how to replace the fans on the cards, which is totally doable. You can buy replacement fans for GPUs. Professional miners with lots of cards do that. Sounds great, but you need a huge amount of upfront money.
Yes, you do. You need a huge amount of...
There's a learning curve of figuring out how to hook all that up. And then you got to wait for because as it stands now, 96 cards at $4 a day is $384. Your break-even point is 232 days. How long will it take you to get all that gear, set it up, have the power service installed, flick it on, start mining? So there's a delay between when you spend the money and it's working.
Correct. Probably.
And then you're sitting there waiting for the next several hundred days. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No.
And then Elon Musk tweets, "Sell all your Bitcoin, get out." Yeah.
Shooing, bada, shooing.
I don't know.
Ooh.
But that's the scale. That is where you go higher. Now,
the last crypto boom lasted 7 months, so let's see how long this one lasts.
I want to share something with you because we had a mining rig 2 years ago and I sold it. This is what's left over from that. This is Hive OS. If you built all those mining rigs, you would not use NiceHash. You do not run Windows on those machines. You run a dedicated OS right off a USB thumb drive. It's called NiceHash. But it does require management. It's not fuss-free.
Hive OS, not NiceHash.
I thought that's what I said.
No, you said NiceHash.
You don't run NiceHash.
You don't run.
You run Hive OS.
Correct.
And this is my old configuration from when I used to mine. I had 6 RX 570s with mining BIOSes installed. Yes, they had the Micron RAM, 8 gigabytes. And you can see here, I had the core and the memory speeds and everything set to get maximum results. And it really made a difference. And the truth of the matter is, if you tweak your settings, you can earn even more than the numbers we've shown you.
You can really tweak them.
But it can become a job. You have to watch it regularly.
You have to watch it like a hawk.
But if you have $90,000 invested,
you're watching it like
you're going to watch it like a hawk. And it makes sense if you're doing the $90,000 investment.
Who doesn't say Elon doesn't even have a factory?
If you do the $90,000 investment, then it makes sense to spend 15 or 20 minutes every day looking at the numbers, checking at the current market, what everything's doing. And there is a lovely website called whattomine.com where you can put in what you have. And in this case, we would not have 480s. We would have...
Do you even have what we've got now?
So what this does is this breaks down, you can put, and in this case, we would actually put our actual cost of power, which is 96 3060 Ti's. And you can really get into the nitty gritty of
Profitability, 24 hours.
So Ethereum right now.
Yep, look at that.
So the revenue would be $508, and they claim profit after power of $260. Look how far south they go pretty fast. I think it's interesting that their numbers here. What are they counting for power here? Well, the problem is I have all those cards in.
I don't think it shows that. That's the raw number, isn't it? Is that a day?
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
It helps if you put
83 cents?
83.
Woo!
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that makes more sense. I'm
Now,
like,
I
what the
typed in
hell?
$380 in profit, and they're showing 400.
And 84.
I typed in 384.
You were being conservative.
If you actually make 484 times 365, that's $176,000. Hey, Mom, can I borrow $90,000? I have this surefire investment bet. It can't possibly go wrong.
Beep, beep, beep. Mom.
Oh. eWin Racing has a wide selection of chairs to fit all shapes and sizes of gamers, ranging from petite to cuddly. They have something for every type of gamer. Not just sizes, but colors and material options as well, including red, blue, purple, pink, orange, and more, plus cloth and leather choices. We have over half a dozen chair and desk videos in a playlist down in the video description below. We also have a very special offer just for Tech Deals viewers. Save 30% off of everything using discount code TechDeals using our link in the video description. We have used eWin gaming chairs for 3 years in our office, sitting on them for up to 8-hour marathon live streams. They are very comfortable, and we are happy to work with eWin to bring you this special discount and recommend eWin for all of your gaming chair and desk needs.